Hello everyone, present here. Today I found a fierce and offensive game between Magnus and Dubov. Magnus has the white pieces and starts with the move c4, which is the English opening. Dubov responds with the move nf6, nc3 by Magnus, c5 by Dubov. His main strategy is to support the pawn on c5 by playing e6. Magnus plays the move g3. He is trying to castle on the king side and charge on the queen side. e6 by Dubov, knight f3 by Magnus. His main device is to play d4, bishop g2 and castle. d5 by Dubov, asking for a trade. c captures d5 and e captures d5, exchanging the pawns. d4 by Magnus, knight c6 by Dubov, overloading the pawn. Bishop g2 by Magnus, planning to castle on the king side. c captures d4, knight captures d4 and bishop c5. Magnus plays the move knight b3, attacking the bishop. Dubov retorts with the move bishop b6, castling by Magnus. Dubov plays the move d4, attacking the knight on c3. a4 by Magnus, trying to play c5, castling by Dubov. Bishop g5 by Magnus, pinning the knight. Rook e8 by Dubov, attacking the pawn on e2. Rook e1, defending the pawn on e2. Dubov plays the move h6, attacking the bishop. The game continues with knight captures b6, a captures b6, bishop captures c6, b captures c6, bishop captures f6, and queen captures f6. Queen captures d4 by Magnus, queen d8 by Dubov, queen c3 by Magnus, declining the trade. c5 by Dubov, try to push on the queen side. Rook a d1, attacking the queen. Dubov plays the move queen e7, knight c1 by Magnus, trying to bring the knight to d3. h5 by Dubov, attacking on the king side. a3 by Magnus, trying to give some space for the knight on c1. Another interesting move to play is rook d2, supporting the e2 pawn, and the next move can be e3 and supporting the f pawn. h4 h4 by Dubov. Dubov is starting to make progress by trying to make the king side exposed. Knight d3 by Magnus, preparing to play the move nf4. Rook a4 by Dubov, bringing the rook to the king side. Dubov could have played bishop b7 and taken control of the diagonal. The game would have continued with queen b3, queen e4 trying to mate on the g2 square, f3, queen e3 check, king g2, and rook e6, defending the pawn on b6. Knight f4 by Magnus, defending the h3 square. Bishop b7 by Dubov, taking control of the diagonal. Rook d3 by Magnus, supporting the pawn on g3. Rook e4 by Dubov, attacking the pawn on e2. f3 by Magnus, attacking the rook on e4. Here Dubov surveyed the position and played h captures g3. Dubov thought, you can go over and take the rook, then I'll capture on h2. If you capture the pawn, then I'll give a queen check. If you block with the rook, I'll capture the knight. But after these following moves, Magnus blocked with the knight. The game continues with rook captures e4, rook g3, f6, queen b3 check, king h7, queen f7, rook g4, rook captures g4, queen captures g4, and queen captures b7. Here Magnus has a knight, a rook and a queen, where Dubov has only a queen. Dubov resigns and Magnus won without breaking a sweat. Thank you friends for watching this video. Hope you like this video. See you next time. Bye bye.